lurking around.
Yes, you should eat your Pokemon. Don't piss me. Fuck is this motherfucker talking about? Piss me off, nigga.
Hello there. Welcome to
Piss
the
me
world
off.
of Pokemon. My name is Matt Pat. People call me the food theorist. This world is inhabited by
the video doctor's shocking recommendation about drinking
creatures
milk
called
on
Pokemon. For some people,
What do you mean eat your Pokemon?
Pokemon are pets.
You know what's crazy? If Pokemon was real, they would dead ass be cooking them motherfuckers. It would be like a delicacy. Humans would dead ass be cooking them motherfuckers.
Others use them for flight. As for me, well, I slice them up and eat them. I mean, where else in the world of Pokemon am I
Rage,
supposed to
you
get?
can't lie that milk is gas with cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah, my almond milk. My silk vanilla almond milk. Great with cinnamon toast crunch. You know what I'm saying? The more alpha milk. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a fast. Let me get a fast. Almond milk clears, Rashad. Let me get a fast. Let me get a fast. Get a facts. Tell these niggas, bro. Tell these niggas, bro. But tell these niggas, bro. What's wrong with them? Alright, keep telling yourself lies. Would you rather start your hair growth journey all over again or become fat like Lo?
You never had a slowpoke tail. Shit fi.
Yo.
My protein. Steaks don't grow on trees, you know, but applins certainly do.
Oh, Appleton. Appleton. Yo, this nigga's evil. This nigga's an evil bitch.
Welcome to Food Theory.
Don't piss me
Show
off,
as part
Doc.
of a balanced YouTube diet, provided you're also consuming the content of
Don't
our
piss
sister
me off.
channel, Game Theory. Speaking of Game Theory, make sure you round out your daily meal of online content consumption with
Oh
a
my
taste
God,
of our
this is so
newest
bad.
episode, all
Edible
about how
Pokemon. No, I'm gonna get triggered.
Look at chat. In they feelings. Talking about some alone SDFU when we speaking facts.
Facts.
These niggas must be still broken, must he cause rich niggas like us drink almond milk over here.
They can't afford no almond milk. They gotta go to their nearest cow and suck the udders out that bitch. I feel that, gang.
the character Nurse Joy is secretly a Pokemon. That's right, I am doing a collab with myself, because why try to have friends when, you know, you could just make a new channel and be your own best friend. Anyway, let's talk about Pokemon and...
Stop, don't piss me off. Stop, for real. Donos. Don't be out here spamming Pokemon names and turning them into sandwiches. Stop that.
food, shall we? I see this question asked all the time. Do people in the Pokemon world eat Pokemon? What would the tastiest Pokemon be if they ate Pokemon? And here's the
Stop
thing,
it!
friends, both of those questions have been answered. Yeah, people eat Pokemon. The franchise doesn't even try to hide that fact. Like
What?
Appleton, the evolved form of Applin, whose Pokedex entry literally says that
Bro, I haven't watched the cartoon in years.
If Pokemon was real, you would be LGM. Also, I heard people have hella evidence that Vaporeon would be the most compatible for human breeding.
Why would Vaporeon would be the... Why?
Damn, when you eat a cheeseburger, you're really eating a dead cow with its titty milk processed on it. Humans are cruel FRFR.
Oh my god, we're fucked. We are so mean. We slaughtered an animal, cooked its meat, and it took the fucking udders and squirted its own juices onto it and turned it into... Oh my god. Oh, that's basically what we did. Oh
You're
my god.
talking all this
No,
shit
we're
to be
disgusting.
made out of copper, iron, metal, and all types of materials? Because you dirty ass bones couldn't handle the dirty ass lactose evolution bullshit. Shut up and work on your weak ass robot body before you talk about us, bitch.
What the fuck? Yo, why you niggas on my fucking schmoinkers? Yo, Chad, he on my dick, ain't he? Chad, that nigga on my dick? Or what? L press. You trying too hard, my boy.
hide that fact. Like Appleton, the evolved form of Applin, whose Pokedex entry literally says that children will eat it as a snack.
Appleton. Its body is covered in sweet nectar, and the skin on its back is especially yummy. Children used to have it as a snack.
And then there's Farfetch'd, a Pokemon that was apparently so delicious it was hunted to the point of extinction. Slowpoke's tail is considered to be a delicacy. Shuckle eats berries that mix with its body fluids to become a delicious juice. And over in the world of the Pokemon anime, Ash even outright asks Professor Oak if he's eaten his Krabby.
Wait a minute, Professor, you're not eating my Krabby, are you?
Rage. What are your protein drinks that you drink every day made of? Oh?
That what you think? Cause I don't get lactose from it.
Don't worry.
They will weigh.
I guarantee one of y'all niggas eating a big ass bowl of cereal and talking about milk nasty ass flamau.
That Krabby of yours is too small to make a very hearty meal. On the other hand, the Krabby that Gary caught would make an
Rage,
excellent
what Pokemon you taking with you to the Final Four if Pokemon was real?
Some OP shit. Cause I can't lose. You know? Hold on, let me hear what my nigga talking about.
Wait a minute, Professor, you're not eating my Krabby, are you?
Don't worry. That Krabby of yours is too small to make a very hearty meal. On the other hand, the Krabby that Gary caught would make an excellent dinner.
Look, here's the thing. I could sit here all day reading a Pokedex entries
Bro.
about edible Pokemon, but that's a topic
Bro.
that's quite frankly been done to death at this point. And honestly, all those
Bro.
questions miss the point. The biggest question...
Why is this a thing? Why is there so many videos on how to eat Pokemon and shit? Why it's like a fetish? Like why is this a thing? Why do people think about this? That's never came to my brain not once in my life. Bro, Pokemon was real, I'd be Peter.
They say oxtail is bad for you. Are you gonna stop eating that? No? Okay then hop of my shit.
If you compare milk to oxtail, you're a brain dead fuck. Milk doesn't have damn near the same flavor as oxtail level wise, my nigga. Milk is actually dog shit. Shut the fuck up, hoe ass boy.
of all isn't whether people eat Pokemon or which is the most delicious, it's actually what people in the Pokemon world would typically eat. What would a Kanto or Johto citizen's diet actually look like? I mean, sure, we know that Farfetch'd is some sort of rare delicacy, but if Pokemon are like the plants and animals of our world, by extension, most of the Pokemon should be edible. Scientists estimate that there are around 400,000 unique plant species on planet Earth, and that somewhere between 200 and 300,000 of them are edible.
Bro, if Pokemon were real, I don't give a fuck. I'd be Peter. I'd work for Peter.
And yet, despite such huge numbers of edible things, our regular diets tend to be somewhat limited. Sure, we can eat lobster and crab on a regular basis, but the average person in America eats less than 1/3 of a pound of crab meat and lobster per year, out of over 220 pounds of meat they actually consume. Instead, it'd be more accurate to say that our proteins are just variants of beef, pork, chicken, and dairy. Same with plants. Our plant diets wind up being a small handful of fruits and veggies relative to the absolute massive number of vegetation that exists. And as someone who's interested in the world building of the Pokemon universe, I'm not concerned with which Pokemon could be eaten. My guess is that most could be eaten if you tried. Rather, I want to know which Pokemon would be most likely to actually be eaten.
So all the grunts in Route 1, basically. You basically saying all the Pokemon in Route 1. The Starlies, the Pidgeot, the Pidgeotos, the Weedles, the you know what I'm saying? That's basically what he's saying. The little pots, motherfucking Rattatas and shit.
By a regular civilian. Where do most of the people in the Pokemon universe derive their sustenance from? In my personal Pokemon farm simulator, which is—
What the fuck? This nigga needs to be stopped. This nigga needs to be stopped.
It's definitely a game that's going to be coming from Nintendo one of these days. What species of Pokemon should Rancher Matt Pat be raising? So pour yourself a nice cool glass of Moo Moo milk and fire up the grill for some Toro steaks, because we're getting ready to chow down on some fresh, fictional food. To figure out which specific species of Pokemon would provide—
Nigga, I'm eating out Gardevoir.
the most optimal food source, we're going to consider two things here. The economics of farming based on real-world comparisons, as well as what we directly know about the canon of the Pokemon universe. Let me begin by asking you a question. Why do we use specific animals for food? It's like that example that I brought up before. Our protein could come from lobsters and crab, mussels, and oysters, but statistically, it doesn't. Instead, most people watching this channel probably have a diet where they get most of their protein from sources like dairy, eggs, poultry, pork.
Is it because it's
beef.
just a surplus of these animals, bro?
Well,
They're just
like
grunts. They're Route 1
it
animals.
all boils down to one thing: money. Farms are a business just like any other, and as such, the goal is to produce as much food as possible while spending as
accidentally eat Bellsprout. Like you're telling me you're just gonna eat berries all day? Hell nah, I'm eating Snorlax.
Bro, you're not eating a fucking Snorlax, bro. That's haram.
little money as possible. The cost of raising livestock can depend on a large number of factors. For instance, in the US, where we have an abundance of land that can serve as pastures for cattle and an abundance of water to keep those pastures green, beef is actually one of the most profitable animals for farmers to raise. However, in other parts of the world, land and water are much more scarce. In many drier parts of Africa and Asia, goats are actually the more economic because they require less water to raise. So
let's see who says the first corny joke. Let's see. MJ? Jordan? Is that LeBron? Messi? OMG LeBron? I knew it. I knew they were coming.
Economical, then why don't American farms raise goats then too? Well, goats require more labor for each gallon of milk and each pound of meat they provide. So for places that have an abundance of labor and a scarcity of well-watered green pastures, goats make more sense. But over in America, where labor is relative.
Chat, what kind of Pokemon would Rage be? Would he be an electric type or a steel type?
I'd be a dragon type. Why would I be an electric type or a steel type? That would make no sense.
Expensive and land is cheap, cows are the economical choice. However, there is one thing that seems to hold true no matter where in the world you are. Poultry is far and away the most efficient meat source. According to livestock farmer and author Kathy McCoon, broilers...
What?
The most efficient meat source. According to livestock farmer and author Kathy McCoon, broilers, that's the industry's word for chickens that are raised for their meat and not their eggs, are the cheapest meat source available for American farmers, costing 97 cents per pound of meat to raise. By contrast, pigs are at $1.69 per pound, and grass-fed beef is $1.64 per pound. So by raising chickens, farms are saving about 40%. It's true in economic terms. It's also true in caloric efficiency. That is,
with that
how many
being
calories
said,
of feed it takes to produce a single calorie of edible meat. I.e., for every 100
what's
calories
happening to my Pokemon
consumes, we get 13 calories of chicken back.
Compare Milk Tank. It's gonna be Milk Tank.
And what would be our best ranch Pokemon to raise and then slaughter for the meat? And immediately when I say dairy Pokemon, I'm sure there's one that pops into everyone's mind: Miltank. The thing is, it's a cow, and it is very well known for being milkable. But remember, just because a Pokemon can produce milk doesn't mean it's the best Pokemon for producing milk. Farms in the Pokemon world, just like farms IRL, are going to be all about efficiency. Well, I'm sure that a super inefficient milk maker might produce some exotic luxury product that 1%ers can enjoy with their Swana, foie gras, and relicanth caviar. We're looking for what would be sold to budget-conscious.
Bro, do you think like the top of the top rich-ass niggas are eating dragon types? Like Dratinis? Oh my god. There's no way niggas are eating, like, Dratinis would be like eel. No way.
Grocery shoppers in the Pokemon world. So when it comes to Pokemon farming efficiency, there are two pieces of in-game data that I think make the most sense to evaluate. The first is the incubation period. For those of you who don't know, considering that this is the food channel after all, Pokemon hatch from eggs, and each Pokemon's egg takes a different amount of time, or to be more accurate, a different number of steps in order to hatch. Just to give you a baseline for comparison, starter Pokemon from Gen 1 like Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur each take around 5,120 steps to hatch. The fastest hatching Pokemon, Magikarp, needs only a fifth of that, 1,280 steps, and the pre-evolved forms of rare Pokemon like Dragonite, Tyranitar, and Garchomp take slightly over 10,000 steps to hatch. Of course, you've not only got to hatch your Pokemon, you've also got to raise them, which is why we're also going to consider a second criterion, the growth rate for each Pokemon. After all, out in the real world, most cows don't get turned into beef until they've had 3 to 4 years of standing around converting nutrients from grass and corn into muscle and fat. Even shortly,
like Mewtwo isn't gonna take over the world and turns humans into the food on some Hunter x Hunter time.
That is true.
Animals like chicken.
What the fuck happens when Deoxys or Palkia and Dialga come through and, you know what I'm saying, he getting revenge for all their fallen brethren that's being cooked by you niggas.
Skins still typically take over a month to reach full maturity.
Can't do
the
shit.
longer it takes to raise an animal or Pokemon, the more feed, labor, and other resources have to be invested into raising it. While some animals do get converted to meat before reaching full maturity, these tend to be more expensive luxury luxury meats, for the obvious reason that it's less cost-effective to slaughter an animal before it's
Love you guys,
reached full
appreciate you,
maturity.
Prodigy.
In fact, a lot of luxury food items are luxuries specifically because they're harvesting the food
I'd have
before
to
it reaches
step in,
adulthood,
yeah? What you gonna
like
do?
caviar and lamb.
Fuck you gonna
so
do?
for all those reasons, we actually have to factor in each Pokemon's growth rate, which is going to determine how much experience they require to level up. This to me seemed like a pretty good indicator of the amount of resources you'd need to invest into a Pokemon for it to grow and reach.
You know what's crazy? Let's be realistic. If Pokemon were real and the legendary came from the sky like Arceus to fucking destroy the world or some shit, and y'all were all like in your house like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And y'all look at this one Pokemon master facing the legendary head on, giant as fuck. It's gonna be me, bro. Understand that? It's gonna be me. I'm gonna be standing over that bitch over yonder, looking at that motherfucker like this. With a fucking Pokeball in my hand. My starter like this. Looking at that nigga, bro. I'm gonna capture that nigga.
Full maturity. Each Pokemon falls into one of 6 groups, with the overwhelming majority of Pokemon falling into 4 middle
You're a
groups.
grown-ass man. I'm a grown-ass man that's gonna save the world, nigga.
That have a consistent growth curve classified as fast, slow, medium fast, or medium slow.
Chat. Cow's milk is baby calf growth food. It is made to grow a calf into a big-ass cow as fast as possible. Do y'all see cows out here sucking on your mom's titties? That whole calcium shit is a fluke to make people money. Stay woke, my brothers.
Those squiggly lines on the graph, by the way, are classified by the community as erratic and fluctuating. Also note that I'm not taking evolution into account. This is mostly because evolution honestly isn't going to be worth it for farmers. Most Pokemon just living out their lives in the wild exist in an unevolved state, and unless each farmer has taken each of their Pokemon out to battle them repeatedly until they evolve, yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for them. So with all that information, let's go back to Miltank. Despite being the most famous milk producer
I just need my
in the
answer,
Pokemon
bro.
world,
I just need my answers. I need my answers. I just need my answers. Who's gonna be the most, you know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be the most?
World farming
Tell me.
revealed days, and this part is key, how much meat you'd actually be able to get from ones that are the fastest to farm. Remember that bigger isn't always better in the farming world. Smaller critters are often quicker to grow, which is why we eat chickens and not ostriches. But once you've figured out which bird Pokemon are in the fastest growing category, you want to pick out the ones that are going to get the fattest, the fastest. In sorting bird Pokemon by their egg cycle and experience group, I found that, somewhat unsurprisingly, the fastest incubating Pokemon fall into the category I refer to as Pidgey clones. The cute, small flying Pokemon that show up early in the game. With a new one appearing in each generation,
who's your favorite Pidgey clone, chat?
Wide selection to choose from.
God
Pokemon
damn,
like
there's so
Rookidee,
much.
Pick-a-Peck, Fetchling, Pidove, Starly, Tailo,
Starly is so cool.
Spearow. Bird Pokemon of other types that appear later in the game or start off as hybrid types like the Dark-type Muckrow and the Ice-type Delibird invariably take longer to hatch. Same thing for non-flying birds like Piplup. Interestingly though, while all the Pidgey clones are fast to hatch, not all of them are fast to grow. Rookidee, Fletchling, Pidove, Starly, Tailo, and Pidgey all fall into the medium-slow experience group, while Pick-a-Peck, Spearow, and Hoot are all in the medium-fast category when it comes to experience growth. So bit by bit, we've narrowed it down to our final 3, but from that list, the answer is obvious. Hoot the owl Pokemon.
They gonna be eating owls?
Besides being one of the fastest growers after leaving the egg, when this thing hatches, it is a massive chunk of meat, weighing in a truly impressive 46.7
Bro, nobody
pounds,
eats owls, bro.
2 kilograms. Compare that to the other birds and you see that all the rest of them weigh under 5 pounds, 2.25 kilograms. Or heck, even real chickens that typically weigh in at 4 to 6 pounds.
Tasty, yo, shut the fuck up!
Unit when it comes to putting meat on the plate. A single rotisserie'd Hoot is gonna provide enough meat to feed you and your family for over a week. But poultry is kind of the safe, boring choice, right? So for fun, I went in the other direction and tried starting a hatchery that focuses on super big Pokemon. Like
Rage, not going to lie, if I saw you walking in the Pokemon world, I would send your ass to the Pokemon Center after beating your Pokemon's ass.
Nigga, if I saw you in the Pokemon world, first of all, I would destroy you in a battle, then I'm robbing you. I'm taking all your potions, I'm taking all your bread, I'm taking all your berries, I'm taking all your items, nigga. Take your fucking shoes and your Pokeballs. Now I might throw a Pokeball at your ass and capture your ass, nigga. I am robbing your shit, nigga. Don't pull up on me in no Pokemon world, nigga.
Like, say, for instance,
robbing you, nigga.
You want some whale meat on your plate? Well, let's find out if it makes sense. As I dug into the data for this part, I found a number of really surprising facts. Like the fact that Wailord, the giant whale Pokemon, just weighs in at 877 pounds, 398 kilos, making it less than half the weight of the horse Pokemon Mudsdale, which clocks in at the whopping number 2,028 pounds.
How much does a normal horse weigh? How much does a horse God damn, Mudsdale is ock! Mudsdale is thick.
920 kilos. This horse weighs twice as much as a Snorlax. The only things that outclass it in weight are legendaries. Mudsdale is...
Why is Mudsdale so fucking heavy?
Officer Jenny gonna have a field day with your ass.
is a giant horse that evolves from the donkey-like mudbray. Horses and donkeys are definitely used as a source of red meat in the real world, so if you're willing to invest the amount...
Wait. We eat horse? What horse do we eat? We eat horse? It's beef. Oh, it's different from beef. Ew. Tastes like a mix of lamb and venison. Okay, we don't be eating horse. We don't eat horse. Mostly horse cock.
Amount of effort needed to evolve your Pokemon after they hatch, might I suggest considering the humble donkey. In fact, the unevolved Mudsdale Mudbray is just a solid option across the board, weighing in at 242.5 pounds or 110 kilos, outweighing most other Pokemon species based on livestock that are commonly used as sources of red meat, even if we include less common ones like reindeer and camels. It's outweighing Pokemon like Tauros.
How some weighing 200 some pounds coming out, no weird shit coming out of out of pom pom. How is something weighing 200 some pounds coming out of a pom pom?
Tank, Stantler,
they hatch out of eggs. But them eggs gotta be big as fuck.
Numel, and Mudbray is quick to hatch and easy to raise. It hatches in a mere 5,120 steps, same as the other Pokemon I just named, and it's part of the medium fast experience group, which again is better than or equal to all the other Pokemon I just listed. I was considering doing another Pokemon food category for plant-based Pokemon for all the vegetarians in the audience who want to know if it's better to make your veggie burger from Bellsprout roots or Tangela vines, but then that seemed effective considering that one of the biggest reasons to go vegetarian is, you know, you're not killing a living animal, and if you're in Kanto and you want to go with a plant-based diet, maybe you just go with the real plants that exist in the world.
I don't give a fuck about these little ugly little Pokemons and shit. You could burn them niggas. I don't give a fuck.
You better walk around the Pokemon world chain tucked on me and Infinite gonna ask you where you from.
Nigga, I was... What the fuck is Infinite gonna do when I splash a bucket of water on that fuck, nigga? Make it flame on his head and go out. What the fuck you gonna do, nigga?
Doesn't walk around saying its own name. Not only will it make you feel less guilty, it'll probably put up less of a fight. So in summary, in the world of Pokemon, your diet would consist mostly of goat milk and goat cheeses coming from Skidoo milk. Your white meat chicken replacement would be a fine dish of Hoot Hoot owl meat, and your red meat instead of beef would be the donkey and horse meats of Mudbray and Mudsdale. In fact, in the Pokemon world, I think Mudbray takes the trophy.
Bruce Drunk talked about you.
Not gonna lie, if Pokemon was real, in jacking all the Pokemon you drop off at the daycare and releasing them into a Ekans infested forest on some Team Rocket shit.
Home for overall most efficient meat, since it weighs more than 5 times as much as Hoot Hoot, while only taking 33% longer to hatch and growing at the same rate after hatching. Which means that the taste-like chicken of the Pokemon world would probably be replaced by the tastes-like Mudbray. Who knows? We could all end up eating Nurse Joy, since
y'all eating horse
is a Pokemon. Remember that new Pokemon episode I promised that's out right now over on Game Theory? Well, this is your chance. The link is on screen so you can go right now, where I prove that Nurse Joy
fuck out in. Hey, look, nigga, listen. If Pokemon was real, y'all niggas not eating that, y'all will be part of PETA. Ain't that right? Y'all will be PETA. If Pokemon was real, y'all not eating Pokemon. Y'all will be PETA. Y'all be part of PETA. Y'all not eating that bullshit. Y'all not eating no, you're not eating no motherfucker. You're not eating no Pokemon, bro. If you eat Pokemon, you don't fuck with me. If you eat Pokemon, you'll fuck with me. Fuck, nigga.
You know we gang, y'all. You know we war G. You know we gang, y'all. You know we war G. We not in the game. 003. We not in the game. 003.